Good Day Columbus on Fox 28 starts now with this winter weather alert.
And welcome to the 9 o'clock hour of Good Day Columbus. It's Sean Ireland here with Cameron today on a very slippery Monday morning. Jess was up early on the air, bright and early at 4 o'clock this morning. We were the first out of the gate for you. And so as a result, she gets a little breather.
I will say round of applause to our entire crew this morning.
They were out in the
giving
elements.
you the latest on this weather. And in case you haven't looked out the window or been outside, and in case you missed it, freezing rain and snow fell overnight.
Be very safe today. We'll see you tomorrow.
Slush and sludge. What a mess.
Ruck.
Wow, thank you, Mike. Let's take a live look at the City of Columbus Warrior Watch page. The green you're seeing right there are the streets that have been treated by city crews, and we're going to check in with Mike McCarthy coming up in a few minutes to get an idea of how the neighborhoods are looking.
That's right. And also we want to show you a look at the counties that are currently under a snow emergency. Pike is under a level 3 right now, and that means it is illegal for you to be driving on the roads in Pike County. Perry, Richland, Athens, Hocking, and Muskingum are all under a level 2, and that means you should only drive if it's absolutely necessary.
The other counties in yellow are under a level 1 snow emergency. They include Licking, Fairfield, Pickaway, Ross, Union, Delaware, and Fayette.
All righty. Well, we do have a lot going on this morning. Coming up, we are going to introduce you to two brothers, we teased it earlier, who are making waves with their filmmaking skills. In fact, they were just recruited to join a very prestigious television show. We're going to meet them later this hour.
So cool. Plus, I'm taking you behind the scenes of The Phantom of the Opera. It's playing at the Ohio Theater through this coming Sunday. I know you saw it, Sean. I'm seeing it this week. How'd you like it?
It was very good. I mean, I've seen it multiple times, and this did not disappoint. And we had so many people there because on Friday night, it's also a media night. And I know, yes, that doesn't seem fair, but every now and again, they do give us a little Benny to go do something like that.
So then you can talk about it on
That's
the show.
right. And we had a media preview on Friday, so we did go. Sydney was my date. But here are a few other photos. Oh, I want to tell you right here. These are big Good Day Columbus viewers. Tim is on my left, and then you missed it, but it was Bert and Annie. And then there's my daughter Sydney and myself.
Oh my gosh.
We had so much fun.
You look nice and warm.
There's John Schwab. That was after the show. From McCarthy Lane, John.
Oh my gosh.
People know him from this community. And there's our whole gang.
Oh, hey.
Amy, our producer for
Cece.
Marketplace, and Cece, who also worked with Marketplace. And there again, Tim, Bert, and Annie. Thank you so much for watching Good Day Columbus. They sat right in front of us, and I was on my best behavior.
Yes.
So
I know. I will say, I'm calling you and your daughter out.
What?
I saw Wicked. Okay, I saw Wicked with you too.
Right.
The entire time, you were singing every single song behind us. I'm not kidding. Word for word. You can ask everyone on a row. It's like, popular, popular. So if you ever get to see a show, make sure you see it with Sean and her daughter. It was a funny moment.
Oh, I didn't even know that you picked up on all that. Never buy the CD before you go to the play.
Exactly.
All right. Well, hey, guess what? He's bringing sexy back. I'm not talking about you this time, Tiger, okay? Wait, was that a HR moment right there? Maybe it was. Justin Timberlake is coming back to Columbus, and it is part of his upcoming Man of the Woods tour. As just announced, he's going to play Nationwide Arena May 7th. Timberlake, he released his new single, Filthy. I saw the video.
Was it filthy?
The video is this, so it's so confusing, but if you listen to the words, the words are filthy. They really are, but
I didn't hear the words.
I think he tried to distract you with the video. Well, Filthy is the first single off of Timberlake's 4th full-length album. It is Man of the Woods. Tickets go on sale January 29th. The album then drops February 2nd. And as you know, he's going to be headlining the halftime show for the Super Bowl Sunday, February 3rd.
I will say, I love Justin Timberlake.
Yes.
Like, he is one of my favorites.
Right.
This song, though.
Did you not like it either?
I am praying the rest of the album brings me back to the JT life.
It took a long time to get going into the song, didn't you think?
I think it's too far. I'm like, I would have been good with another Can't Stop the Feeling.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I understand you want to be, you want to try new things.
Yes.
But I can't understand half the words. I have to look them up on lyrics.
They're dirty. They're dirty.
PG. I'm not going to read them in my house.
It's nothing to do with robots.
Are you excited about the Super Bowl?
I am. Yeah, I think he'll be great.
I think Janet Jackson's going to make a surprise appearance.
Oh, I don't.
Mark my words, on this show right now, I think she's going to pop up.
She's in her 50s now. That wardrobe malfunction.
But she's on a new tour. She's on a new tour.
It's not going to be as
Mark
pretty.
my words, we're going to rewind this and then bring it back when she shows up.
Yeah,
just
she
not
is
it.
pretty amazing. Okay.
But moving on, did you hear about this? 2 Apple investors are telling the company to do more in the fight against childhood smartphone addiction. The California State Teachers Retirement System and Jana Partners are asking Apple to add more parental controls to its devices. They say studies show excessive smartphone use can lead to higher risks of depression and suicide in children and teens. Other side effects include disrupted sleep cycles and an inability to pay attention in class. To help combat the problem, they want Apple to create new ways for parents to filter what their children can see as well as the amount of content they can consume. 100% agree.
Oh, I do too, but it's like you've already taken the cork out of the bottle, so
Yeah.
to speak. So how are you going to walk this back? When almost every child anymore, I remember I made Sydney wait until she was 13.
See, I'm the same. I see too young of kids playing. It's just too much access.
Right.
And I think it's a parent's responsibility too.
It really is.
Yeah.
But you know what? I've got to be honest. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
You're tired. You've got, you know, the kids are making you crazy. What
Watch
do?
it. Yeah.
Hand them a phone, hand them a tablet. I
Yeah.
see it all the time.
I will say this is leading to, I just talked to you about this, Black Mirror.
Yeah.
There is an episode about parental controls on their kid's phone or in their head that ends up going in the future and going awry. It's very interesting.
This is your new hit show.
Oh,
that
I
you
love
like.
Black Mirror.
Is
I
it
know
on
you like
Net-
The Crown. It's on Netflix. It's a Netflix show.
I binged The Crown. I'm
Yeah.
in love with
I know,
that.
Lisa watches it too.
Does she?
And then it's good.
It's so good if you get a chance.
If you watch 4 seasons of Black Mirror, I'll watch an episode of The Crown. How about that?
Well, that sounds so likely. four seasons, sure.
It's good though. I think that's the future. But moving on, in case you missed it, they're still celebrating a big win over on the Ohio
Oh,
State
boy.
University campus.
4 seconds to go. Dockage at the buzzer.
Exclamation
Yes.
point, exclamation point.
The men's basketball team dominated the #1 team in the country, beating Michigan State 80-64, their 4th straight win in Big Ten play. Keita Bates-Diop finished with 32 points. The Buckeyes are tied now with Purdue with a spotless Big Ten record. Ohio State hosts Maryland Thursday night at the Shot.
I watched it yesterday, and I just could not believe their lead. I mean, they
Yeah.
went up 20 points and barely lost their ground. And against a team like Michigan State,
Yeah.
you know, I've really got to hand it to the new coach because whatever special sauce he has is really
They look
bringing these
fantastic.
young guys together. And you got to give them a lot of credit. Hey, also a little pat on the back, though, to the women's basketball team, the Lady
Yes.
Buckeyes. They won in double overtime against Michigan. So, and there's a lot of good ball being played right now
Just
over at Ohio
overall.
State.
OH!
I-O.
There you go. Some people
He's
are good.
had a little
Hey,
more
Kurt, can you
caffeine.
hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. I was afraid to yell because I thought my mic would be on and then I would blow out your eardrums. That is a look at your headlines. Guys, back over to you.
All right, before we go on,
I was told I have a cowlick in my hair.
I'm your digital assistant.
So you're going to fix it? Okay.
Yeah,
It's like,
I got you.
You got it?
I got you.
See, that's why I love being with you, Sean.
There you are.
Is it fixed?
Well, as good as it's going to get. So,
By the end of the show, it's just going to be like straight up in the air.
my hand's all covered in glue
Thank
right now.
you.
You're welcome. Ladies,
Just kidding.
ladies, are you a bit stressed out? I imagine. Well, the secret now to relaxing, it could be your husband or your boyfriend's shirt.
That's right. A new study claims women show decreased levels of stress after taking a whiff of a T-shirt worn by their opposite sex partner.
You should see all the grimaces, all the women in the room
Are like, wait, what?
What?
The report published last week in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology says women demonstrate lower levels of the stress hormone, cortisol, after taking in a comforting smell. Researchers say women were chosen as subjects for the study because they are believed to have a stronger sense of smell. On the other hand, the study also shows a stranger's body odor increases stress.
Gee, shocker, BO increases stress.
I know this is totally weird, but when I moved away, my mom kept a shirt of mine. Like that I had worn, it didn't smell, but now
Okay,
that
yeah, you're
totally
right.
makes
That is
sense.
totally getting weird.
What about now? This is
Totally
this went a weird direction.
No, you know what?
Are you less stressed out?
Not really. No, that's
Well, I didn't wash this suit, so
okay. Well, I mean, I can understand
get it.
if there's a comfort to the smell of your spouse. I mean, I can get that. However, if you're going to try that out with Katie, I suggest you don't put it over her nose and mouth at the same time, or you'll be on
But you know, I think they say
forensic
the
files.
sense of smell is like the greatest that attaches your memory.
Right.
So I totally get that. If I smell the beach or sand, I'm thinking, oh, that seems really nice, coconut. So
Right.
I 100% think that's valid.
I remember a long time ago, there was a study where they took a whole line of women, blindfolded them,
Yeah.
and then they had men in T-shirts, and they could smell their dad.
What?
Yes, one of them was their father, and they could pick out the smell of their
What does
father.
my dad smell like?
You want me to tell you? No, I'm kidding.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
We're going to be smelling each other in between the breaks
Yeah,
now.
it's a whiff test. Do it today at work. No one will mind. Coming up, we're going to check in with our team of reporters because they have been working hard this morning. They're going to get you updated on all the current conditions as this snow continues to fall across central Ohio this morning.
Let me see your arm.
You tell me, what do I smell like?
Sean and Cameron, got a question for you because
Okay.
I don't have the cool little "would you rather" kind of thing. Hey guys, did you? I got a question for you.
Okay.
I don't have that, but I have a question. Is it more likely to get? Are we more likely to get a heavy snow when it is 0 degrees or when it is 30 degrees?
Heavy snow?
I'm going to say,
I
Yeah,
say
big
30.
I say
No.
30 because
I
I'm
say
going to
30.
totally pull this out of my pocket because more moisture and then thicker snowflakes.
All right, I'm out of here. Yes, you are right.
Is that true?
The warmer the air, you're exactly right. The warmer the air, and 30 degrees is not warm, but it's obviously warmer than 0 degrees. But the warmer air holds more moisture. So while we can get snow at 0 or 30, the better chance of getting it is when it is a little bit closer to freezing. And guys, this kind of snow today
Yes.
makes perfect packing. Well, we haven't had this in a while because we've been so frigid. Snowmen, snowballs, things like that. I'll try not to hit you there, Craig. Snowball fight, 10 o'clock. I'll see you guys out in the parking lot, all
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I love it.
I'll be running serpentine to my car.
All those hours watching Phil Kelly and just idolizing him just paid off.
Just nailed it.
Yes.
Now you know. Hey, our team coverage does continue this morning with Mike McCarthy. He is in Clintonville with more on what is happening there at this moment. Hey, Mike.
Be careful as you step out your door. If you haven't shoveled your sidewalk yet, that is a good idea to make sure the folks getting around your neighborhood can get around without slipping and falling, guys.
All right.
Absolutely.
I know north of Polaris, it was a mess this morning when I came in.
It's pretty, but a mess.
That's
Pretty,
right.
but a mess. But how are the highways around the city? Haley Nelson is live in downtown Columbus with a look at the great work ODOT crews have been doing all morning long. Haley?
But of course, Sean Cameron, you're just going to want to use some caution and wear a couple coats. I have 3 coats on right now. Feeling pretty good.
Well, they're slimming. You never know it. Good for you.
And
Thanks,
again, more
Haley.
props to our team coverage this morning,
Yes.
braving the cold to give you guys all the latest in the weather conditions. Now, coming up, a special behind-the-scenes look at the Phantom of the Opera. We're going to introduce you to the stage manager. Don't go anywhere.
Ah, that familiar theme song, The Phantom of the Opera. It is in Columbus. Well done. Through this weekend. Cam, you got a special behind-the-scenes look, right?
Yeah, it was incredible. We went last week, and I caught up with the stage manager to see how they make all the magic happen on stage, including the chandelier. If you haven't had the opportunity to see it yet, don't worry, there's still tons of time. Tomorrow through Sunday, Phantom of the Opera is playing here at the Historic Ohio Theater.
2 local brothers were just hired by one of the most famous television shows of all time.
Oh my goodness. As Adam Slinger tells us, they're now the youngest filmmakers ever to be hired by the show.
Is that the filter?
They're working on their next film right now, but this one is nothing like their last one.
Both Julian and Justin Turner are here with us this morning.
Thanks,
Good morning,
guys.
guys.
Good
Thank you
morning,
for
good
being
morning.
here.
So we mentioned it in the package, but talk about Sesame Street. I mean, how did that happen? What details can you give us about the episode?
Okay, so we actually got the opportunity to make this project sometime during the summer. At a film festival in Martha's Vineyard, we were able to meet some Sesame Street representatives, and then we were able to get a deal, and we were only able to announce it a few months ago, which is right after his video went
blew
viral.
up.
Yeah, so.
It kind of seemed like it spurred from the video,
Right.
which helped build the momentum. But we kind of solidified that deal at the Martha's Vineyard African American Film Festival. We pitched a few film ideas to them, and they accepted our number 6 film. So we're going to be doing a minute short film over the number 6 with dancing, music, kids laughing.
so
And I know it was a blast because I want to give a shout out. Bella is one of my friends' daughters, and she said she had such a cool time with you guys. So I can only imagine how excited you were.
Yeah, it was amazing just seeing, you know, just waves of kids coming in, smiling, laughing, and just seeing the enthusiasm they had to come, you know, to come stand in front of the camera and sing and dance. It was pretty good, amazing.
I mean, you're talking that they are kids, but in reality, in the film world, 15 and 19, you guys are. But how did you get into the business then? I mean, really, what is that big break? Was it mitosis?
Well, I started filmmaking about 6 years ago when I was around like 9 or 10. I would just like mess around on my mom's old computer, and then eventually my brother got involved when I realized from him that we could like make actual stories and make an impact on the in the film world.
Yeah, so we started out with, you know, the flip camera with the USB on the side of it and plug it in, and we would go out in the neighborhood and recruit actors, and we would tell stories, and we just watch it and be like, wow, this is terrible. And so we would you know, help out and we write a new script and add new things, and why does this shot not look like this? And we go on YouTube and we've made films over and over and over until, you know, when they look, you know, cinematic.
Well, you've gone from terrible to incredible, because I've seen Pseudo, your most recent short film, based on violence and really a stronger message. And I think we have a clip of that to roll. Let's play.
Let's watch it.
Look, man, I reaching for my gun now. Check his wallet, man. I can't breathe. Man, you think I care? That's what you get for reaching for my gun, man.
Hey, yo, Tay.
What, man?
Hey, yo, Tay. Wrong guy.
What?
Wrong guy.
What? No.
Hey, yo, bro, did you shoot him?
Wow, and I will say, and I don't want to give it away, I want people to watch it, there's a twist. So is this the direction that you guys want to go down?
Our whole thing is to bring empathy towards, you know, all types of communities, all types of situations, and we felt that with in terms of the violence and in the news with police relations, we didn't feel that our voice was being told in the story from a young African American perspective.
Interesting.
And so we wanted to bring empathy towards violence, not just bring an argument to the table, but bring emotion to the table and say, you know, no matter what, violence is the same thing if someone loses their life, no matter what.
Right.
So how can we bring out solutions? And so through our films, we want to be able to bring solutions and offer education on topics. And so, you know, even in our Foreshadow film, it was to bring education in towards, you know, gang violence inside our communities, you know, how that can be toxic. And so we want to address different things with our films and eventually get into the area of comics and be able to, you know, educate people and entertain at the same time.
Yeah.
Awesome. So that's where you're headed. Comics, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So tell us what's up next.
Well, we're in pre-production for a superhero
pilot.
You know, pilot.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a small feature pilot film, and we're actually going to do a casting call pretty soon. So if you know,
what's the number to that casting call? No, I'm joking.
Just go, you know, dreadheadfilms.com, or you go to Dreadhead Films on social media, and you'll hear about it pretty soon. We'll make the announcement, and it should be a pretty big production. You know, in talks with some producers with a pretty big budget. So it's going to be pretty cool.
Julian and Justin Turner will be watching.
We're going to see you at the Golden Globes.
That's what I was
soon.
just thinking. The Golden Globes will be next. Congrats, guys. Thank you so much. We'll be right back.
One foot in front of the other. One foot in front of the.
Well, in the year of Me Too and Time's Up, the 75th Golden Globe Awards were they dominated by movies and TV series. They were all pretty much centered around women.
Right. It was an incredible evening. David Daniel has a roundup of the first award show of 2018.
Good evening, ladies and remaining gentlemen. Golden Globes host Seth Meyers set the tone, blistering alleged perpetrators of sexual harassment and abuse. Then came the awards. 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri, about a young woman's rape and murder and her mother's pursuit of justice, was the most honored movie, winning 4 trophies, including Best Motion Picture Drama.
Trust me, the women in this room tonight are not here for the food. We are here for the work.
The top TV winner, Big Little Lies, with storylines involving sexual abuse, also won 4 Golden Globes.
People out there who are feeling silenced by harassment, discrimination, abuse, time is up. We see you, we hear you, and we will tell your stories.
In fact, all of the night's multiple award winners were stories that centered on women. Lady Bird, The Shape of Water, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and The Handmaid's Tale.
We no longer live in the gaps between the stories. We are the story in print, and we are writing the story ourselves.
And Oprah Winfrey, the first black woman ever to receive the Globe's Cecil B. DeMille Award, brought the audience to its feet as she summed up the night and the times.
So I want all the girls watching here and now to know that a new day is on the horizon. It will be because of a lot of magnificent women fighting hard to make sure that they become the leaders who take us to the time when nobody ever has to say, "Me too," again.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Wow. There were plenty of magical moments, but within those, there were plenty of awkward moments during last night's Golden Globes. BuzzFeed compiled the list, and here are some of the highlights of these awkward moments. First, everyone was talking about this. Deborah Messing called out E for not paying female co-hosts as much as male co-hosts on air. I mean, that was pretty, she just, right in their face. There's nothing you can do. Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban's awkward kiss.
I thought that was adorable.
See, I think he was getting something was caught on his shoe. I think he was trying to get up, maybe help her dress.
Oh, and then when she said that at the end, oh my gosh, I swooned. When she said about, you know, when Keith Urban, when my cheek is against your cheek.
I hope they never break
All my
up.
worries melt away. That's love. And I mean, I about threw up. It was so beautiful. I was
Aussies
like,
know how to
my
do it.
life is so lame.
You got to find yourself an Australian. That's the
Maybe
key.
that's it.
Then Alice and Janney mentioned Tanya Harding, and people didn't know what to do. Remember that? Tanya Harding is here.
Yes.
Awkward. And then Chrissy Metz, you know her from This Is Us. They labeled her as Halle Berry, which that isn't that big of.
That's a wonderful thing to be labeled.
That to me, at least it wasn't like someone that looked like her and they didn't know the difference.
That's
because
true.
There's been tons
The Chris
of,
Pratt thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Natalie Portman, this was kind of a jab, when she said the all-male nominees for Best Director.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, but you caught a lot of the moments. I mean, you had mentioned Halle Berry as well.
Okay, I don't know if anybody else saw this, and I don't know if right when it started, she pulled a drink away
I
from
didn't see
her, but she had a dribble running down her chin. I saw it.
I bet you it was the prettiest dribble you've ever seen because she looks amazing.
She was gorgeous, but I was thinking, did I just see dribble on Halle Berry's chin?
Life is real.
That's stuff that happens to me, not Halle Berry. Not Halle
Actually,
Berry.
wait, you got a little bit.
Do I have it again?
Yeah, I got you.
It's happening more and more. Do you know?
What does that smell like? No one's going to go back.
You're so weird. All in all, I thought it was a great Golden Globes.
Was. And I think this is kind of the standard now and the base
Yeah.
for them just to get better, more diverse.
Right.
And I think by next year, I don't think everyone's going to be wearing black.
Of course.
But I
Yeah.
think now, Oprah said it best. This is the point that future generations, I think, are going to
know.
feel the impact.
I mean, for my daughter and everybody else who has a daughter out there, you're just like, please let things change.
I think they
Please.
will.
Yeah.
I mean, the elephant in the room wasn't there.
No, it's
Literally.
very true. Very true. All right, we'll be right back.